weekend means more gigs to queue up.
Truck packed tight, every chord, every crate. Another weekend grind, can't be late. School dance, block party, the wedding's underway. But my hands still shake before I press play. Breathe deep in through the dial. Confidence loading, fade that fear out. Every crowd different, but one thing's true. When the music hits right, the stress fades too. How could be a wicked flash, pressure on my mind. Every eye watching, every move time. But I zone in, confidence climb. Through the speakers, my calm break through. Fear fade out like a soft EQ. All that worry overdue. Anxiety spin out. That's how I do. Yeah, keep on trying me, but I got energy and victory. Yeah, my anxiety don't spin with me no more. When I hit that floor, it walks out the door. Yeah, 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 yeah. T-Vibe, right, my life, I'm in control. I want it, that win, that peace, that vibe, that sound, that mix, that groove. I need it, I want it, that win, that peace, that vibe, that sound, that mix, I feel. This industry spends too much time talking about gear and brand names. So many chasing validation from other DJs, posting for the comments and likes, not for the crowd. I'm not gonna lie, I used to think that way until I realized that mindset only costs anxiety. Keep on trying me, but I got victory, a holy symphony. My anxiety, they left me years ago, brushed off from head to toe. No matter the crowd, wedding, club or show, the nerves might not, but they can't take control. You can't mute anxiety, but you can turn this volume down. Anxiety can ride shotgun, just don't let it steer you around. Cue it up and let it go. Keep on trying me, but I got victory, a holy symphony. My anxiety done left me years ago, restored from head to toe.
And that's the way we do it. Yeah!
Before it's time to spin, you've got to first cue it up.
I'm probably in your area too. Everybody who owns a laptop, they're a DJ. Everybody who owns a DSL camera, they're a photographer.
And what I'll do is put up blurbs so therefore you can see what I'm thinking about and why I chose that song. You can see the reaction of the kids. So you can kind of like get an idea of how to use it and what to expect.
Why do you want to charge for something that you have the knowledge of and these other DJs don't have the knowledge of? Share your knowledge, you know?
Right.
But DJing's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but it is a lot of fun too, you know? I'm djmikiemike. I cover central, northeastern Pennsylvania, southeastern Pennsylvania, parts of New Jersey, parts of New York State.
And I'm Dwayne Dixon, the HitmanDDub from Cleveland, Ohio. And it's time to cue it up. What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the CUEITUP DJ podcast with me, the HitmanDDub, and my friend djmikiemike. And our podcast is where DJs of all skill levels come to connect, learn, and grow. From pro tips to real talk, we're here to support and celebrate the DJ community. So we had a special Wednesday edition of the CUEITUP podcast because last Thursday was Thanksgiving, and I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. And on our show, we created a Thanksgiving playlist called the Gravy Train Mix. So I put the playlist up on in our Facebook group page, so you can check it out there. And here's our playlist that's on Spotify called the CUEITUP Gravy Train Mix. They had with this playlist, it was more so trying to create a vibe and tell a story as opposed to trying to get a bunch of songs for the dance floor. And then also last week, I did a new blog. Usually I do the blog after we do the show, but I'm trying to tackle 3 birds and try to deal with 3 birds and deal with them with 1 stone. So when I was coming up with this blog post, I thought that this would be a good topic to discuss this week on the podcast. So it's DJ trends in 2025 and heading into 2026. So we're going to break this down into 2 parts. We're going to have the first part, we're going to take a close look at each one of the trends that appeared in 2025. And then the second part, we're going to take a look and see, are those trends actually helping us as DJs, or is it hindering us? So how was your Thanksgiving, Mikey? Mike?
It was great. I ate too much turkey, ate too much pumpkin pie, and then my wife made chocolate pudding, and then she also made chocolate mousse. I like the chocolate mousse over everything. Everybody else liked the chocolate pudding, so I was at one stuck eating the chocolate mousse. I didn't mind it at all.
Yeah. But
how about yours?
Yeah, mine was okay. I slept most of the day though, because I've been just busy. So it's like since we wasn't hosting this time, so I was a late arriver at the party. So I stayed there a few minutes, ate, and then came back home and slept some more.
Well, yeah, it's nice. It's nice to be a host, but then it's nice to just go and relax, and you do your fair share. You might bring a dish, and it's not going to be the main dish, but maybe a dessert or whatever. Then you help clean up at the end, but then you go home, and it's relaxing time, so which is great.
Yep. And I see Dan is here. He's half of the Shuffle couple. They were on, he was on the round table this Tuesday.
I missed it. I was just beat up with that car accident. My back is killing me. It's therapy. I don't know if that's helping or not. 2 doctor's appointments tomorrow. Maybe I'll find out what's going on with my back.
Mm-hmm.
Keep my fingers crossed,
Yep. That's what I was telling Buddy after the show too. It's cool doing our podcast because you get a chance to actually meet the people that you watch on YouTube.
Yes.
So
yes.
It's like you when you finally meet them, then it's hard to explain because you have a certain just like with Brian, to finally meet Brian and talk with Brian, it's like because you have them so high on a pedestal to realize that, I guess for me, trying to be like the new person, trying to make a come up, sometimes you look at other people and then you think that you're so far away, but then when you finally meet them and then hear their story, it's like, okay, you are kind of like doing something right and moving up the ladder.
I'll tell you one thing with Brian. He is one heck of a DJ. his personality is unbelievable. He will try to help you in any way, form. If you have a question, if he doesn't have the answer, he will definitely get you the answer. And he's not one to blow you off because you don't have this certain equipment, or you don't have this, or you don't have that. He's there to help you no matter what type of equipment you have, no matter if you're just starting out DJing, or I've been doing it for 22 years now. So, I mean, there's still questions that I have to ask. And there's times I send him an inbox, and boom, he replies one, two, three to it. So that's enjoyable. I mean, there's a lot of other DJs, DJ Shay, Pretty Boy, DJ the HitmanDDub. Then we got Cool Thing, and then we got TBM Productions, buddy. So, I mean, we have a whole world of DJs out there, and if you listen to them all on YouTube, you could end up spending a lot of money needlessly. So you run through the stuff, and you pick so much from this, pick so much from that, and then you move on from there. You don't want to keep shelling out money all the time.
Right. And that's what this episode is going to talk about.
Yes.
Are we, because I think the whole title was, are we getting better as DJs when we chase these trends, or are we just busier chasing trends?
For me, myself, I'm busy, and there's some trends I chase, but there's some DJs that are out there. They, whatever this certain DJ has, they have to have it. They're doing their YouTube channel, they're doing vlogs, and they're doing this, and it's like, how do you manage all this time? I mean, if you do all the pre stuff for our show, you do all that, and you know how much that takes out of you. And to do all this other stuff, I mean, it's like, wow, it's draining, especially when you're a solo op. There's, you're dealing with the customers, you're talking on the phone, meetings, this, that, and even if you use different software to correspond with them, but it still takes time out of your day. Physical work is hard on a body, but mental work is actually harder, and people don't realize that until it hits them. It's like, oh my God, I'm worn out. I didn't do nothing today,
Yeah, so that's why I try to look at different tools. I'm gonna keep saying AI tools, because some people go to AI, and AI to them is the be all to end all.
Yeah.
But I try to find tools to kind of like help me make my business like tedious stuff that normally, like if I had a secretary, the secretary would do, or a second person would do. So that's what I've been doing the last couple of weeks. So I've been busy trying to keep up with my social media posts. I've been trying to keep up with putting new stuff up on my website. And then today I got a chance to put that 5-touch system that I had mentioned for the last couple of weeks, with the Bridal show, from that ebook. I finally did that from Wedding Wire, and it actually worked. So hopefully when I talk to the guy tomorrow, that it's a real lead from Wedding Wire and not one of those bogus things.
Yes. I'll tell you, northeastern Pennsylvania I love it. I'm not knocking it, but there's a lot of DJs around here. Most of them have websites, and you look at their counter, like a lot of them have a counter how many people visited their website. For some reason around here, they don't like to go to websites. I don't know what it is. And even like Instagram or stuff like that, around this area, they go to Facebook. Everything's Facebook. It's okay, no problem. So I post a lot of my stuff on Facebook. But for some reason this year, I got hit up with I did a bunch of weddings, other parties. But on my contract that I have on there, is it all right for me to post pictures from our videos from your event just for promotional purposes only? And I want to say 9 times out of 10, they check no. I don't question. They say no, it's no. You know, some venues I went to, it was beautiful. I'm thinking, man, if I could just post some pictures, no. And I didn't want to burn them because patents travel so quick. You know, all I have to do is say, hey, I told Mike not to post no pictures, even though it wasn't them. It was a picture of the venue. No, they didn't want that done even. So I'm like, okay, no problem. So that's one thing I'm chasing. Trying to get the client to allow me to post more, maybe videos, pictures, whatever. Even if I get there earlier, they don't want anything on them, their part. I could take pictures of the table, you know, maybe it made you say Mr. and Mrs., whatever. But that's a thing. That's a hard thing to work on, you know.
Yep. And let's get to the chat because again, for those that haven't been to the show, this is a two-way street. It's just not me and DJ Mike talking to you all or at you all. This is like a community thing. So make sure you be actively engaged. That's why I have to. That's the term. It's been so long since I used that term since I retired from teaching. You need to be actively engaged in our activity for tonight. But I had put in the chat this past year, and think about it, Mike. This past year, what did you purchase for your DJ business? And would you say it was truly valuable, something that you really needed, or was it a waste of money or something? Was it a necessity or something or a want?
Actually, it was a necessity, and I purchased two of them. They're a wagon. They have the 4-inch wheels on them. Those things work great. I have my two 12-inch speakers in the one. I have my two 12-inch subs in the other. Put the speaker stands. The one wedding I used speaker stands because I knew it was a tight fit. The other one I used the speaker poles. Actually the sub poles, not the speaker poles, and they were amazing. So that was a plus for me. And I just happened to see it. It wasn't even DJ related. It's about these people going out on the beach and how to get all their stuff out into the beach. And they have these wagons. And then I seen a couple of DJs have them. I'm like, I'm going to give them a try. And I lucked out. I got them on sale. So I was like, oh, they work wonders. Saves your back, saves your arms, saves your legs. The stuff just moves in that, you know?
Mm-hmm. And the Shuffle Couple said that he got where is it? That's the only bad thing about the chat. And thinking about the chat, going back to the chat, that's the one thing that the Tom from Windwire says. When you get leads and you think after you initially respond to the lead and they don't answer back that they're ghosting you, a lot of times it's because they get if you're doing like emails or messages, it gets pushed down. So if they don't, sometimes they may not even have seen it. So this is like the chat. Once the chat gets going, it's like you lose where the comment was. But he said something, let me see.
He got the
Rain 12.
12-inch.
Yeah.
And a 72 mixer. That's cool. That's nice.
Yep.
I love Rain equipment. Rain, Newmark, they're built and owned by InMusic, so they're still basic. Even though they say Newmark or they say Rain, it's all underneath the same house they're built underneath.
I believe he have the EV70s too. So he like big stuff, big heavy stuff.
Ooh, I'm too old for that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. My back is like screaming.
Yep.
Let me see. And Kevin said, I know he said something about Thanksgiving. When your name is Kevin, you got to be home alone. When I read that, why did I think about Charlie Brown? That's something that Charlie Brown would say.
Yeah. Oh, guess what this weekend is?
What?
6/7.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy I retired. I don't have to deal with that kind of stuff.
Well, me and John Colley have this inside thing going every week. We send each other stuff. He's great. I love watching his Twitch show. He's on Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights, and Sunday nights too, doing Twitch shows. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, the last thing that I had to deal with before I retired was pause, because you had the whole Diddy thing going. So every time you said something, you had to say pause. I couldn't say balls. I had to say pause afterwards. I couldn't even say my name because it's Dixon, not the other word. It's Dixon. Two different words, but I always have to say pause.
Oh, God. Some of these trends these kids have going on in schools today, it's scratch my head, you know?
Even though one time I caught myself. Because this kid was messing around in school, in class, and it's the end of the marking period. So he had a D. So it's like, do this work and you can bring that D up. So he's screwing around. So I just got mad at him. I said, you know what? I'm going to give you this big fat D right here because you deserve it.
Yeah.
And the whole room got quiet then. And then it took me a second and I caught myself. And I was like, pause. Because that sounded so inappropriate when I said that to him.
Well, you know what? It's so sad. When I grew up, probably you also with you growing up, I went to parochial school, and I had nuns that were worse than any hurricane that came on the East Coast. Then I went from there to 40 kids in the school to Hoban, and there was like 3,000 people in the school. So I was like, oh my God, totally different. But we were taught, we did something wrong in school. We got the paddle. And guess what? You think, okay, I got the paddle. Then the principal ain't going to call my mom or dad. Yeah, well, guess what? You got home. Child abuse. It wasn't child abuse. It was discipline. Mm-hmm. Yes, there is child abuse. There was child abuse back then also. But I had discipline. You know, I was like, oh, boy, I'm in trouble when I get home too, you know. But today, it's just, I feel so bad for the teachers today. Their hands are tied. I mean, you're battling up against a wall. You know?
So let me get to the chat and then get to our show so we don't do a marathon show.
Oh, no. Well, both you and I are burning the candle at both ends, you know, so it's like. Oh.
And then Buddy said he has the Wave 8s. And yes, it gives more a flexible setup for wireless and battery sound. Kevin said, yes, this time of year you get tons of Christmas emails from businesses. And then he says 6-7 is over his head. So I know there's a song, but the song, I listened to the song, and the song is so bougie. I'm like, what is this? But sometimes these kids need to be careful calling out these little trends because they say that and they don't know where it originated from. And they say that in the wrong neighborhood. And then they get it.
They're in a world of hurt, you know.
Yep. Will is in the house. Hey, Will.
Hey, Will. How you doing, sir? Oh, yes. Yeah, definitely. That's me. That's Dwayne.
So my thing that I bought this year that I'm happy with is the gravity stands. So I can use, since I use the column arrays a lot, I have these lights that like with magnets on it that kind of like clip to the side. But I bought the gravity stand so I can put my wash effects on it, and then I can sit the stand behind it. And the kind that I have is the one, it's by ProX, and it has the 3-hole kind of configuration where you can put it pole in the middle or put it in the back or to the side. So therefore you can slide the panel under your column array so it can fit closer together. And I know that Pretty Boy, DJ Pretty Boy had bought some too. I think his is from Rockville. Yeah, his from Rockville, but his goes high. That's what I wish mine do. He said he goes like 9 feet or something like that.
9.8 feet. They're $184 a piece. I watched this video. I was like, oh my Lord, they're they're great. That's something I would like to invest in. Because this way you don't have to put up a tree, basically, if you're gonna put different lights up.
Mm.
You could put a moving head up on them. You could put a wash effects underneath it, whatever you want to do. You could, if you have the magnets, you could put a pin spot on them. They're very useful, for us DJs.
But they're
Especially
heavy as what?
a ton of bricks.
Yeah, because I came home, it was like super late. It was after 12 o'clock because I was hoping that nobody took my package. But then when I got the car to go lift it, I was like, no wonder nobody took that package because that thing was super heavy.
You'd see somebody laying out in the lot. Oh my God, I got a hernia from that, you know? Yeah, they are very heavy, but they have to be because you're getting them. Now, how high do you usually go up, Dwayne?
I would say just over 6 feet because I'm like 5'10", 5'11", so it's just a little bit over my head.
I mean, I seen Pretty Bo's video, and I know he's not that tall of a gentleman, but that thing is like you could probably put Pretty Boy and then another Pretty Boy, and he'd probably just be even with it. If they were, I'm like, oh my God, they are super, super high. Rockville makes some nice stuff.
Yeah, and I like the fact that it's also hydraulic powered.
Yes. I have the hydraulic speaker stands. I have the hydraulic sub poles. Press that button, it goes up.
Yep.
When you're done, press the button, you hold the handle, you can bring it right back down.
Yeah, I wish I had had those for the when I did the fireworks show for Kevin, and it rained.
Oh, God.
And I mean, like the pole was slippery. I don't know how many times I banged my head from the speaker because I have the ones with the pin. So I'm up there struggling trying to push the speaker up as high as it can go. I can get to a certain point, and then I'm trying to put the pin in, and of course the pin never want to go in right, and then I can just feel the pole just sliding down. And I don't know how many times I banged my head with the speaker just came down, boom.
Either that or the corner of the speaker catches you around the corner of your head. It's like, oh my God. But those hydraulic ones, you can't beat them. I forget what I paid for mine from Rockville. I think they were maybe 99 or 129 bucks per stand.
Oh, for the tripod ones?
Yes.
Because the ones I got, because I saw it after watching the Moose's video, and they were under 100. Cause you can get 2 of them for 110, and it comes with the bag and stuff.
Okay,
so one was like, one wasn't that much because I bought a replacement one for the one that I broke the little lever on.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, I have, like I said, I have the sub poles, and I'm using them. I use them the first time, second time. I go to use them the third time, and I'm bringing it back down. Also, like, it looked like powder shot out. What the heck? And then, like, the pole is just going up and down. Like, there's something wrong here. So I made a quick phone call to Rockville. I had a gig that weekend. This was on a Thursday. Friday morning, the pole was there on my porch. I'm like, I can't believe this. So I called him. I thanked him. I said, all right. I said, I need an RMA. No, don't worry about it. Just keep that stand. You could use it for some parts. I'm like, okay. I'm not going to argue there with that,
Yep.
So I guess they make so much of them. So it's not really a loss. It is a loss for them, but it isn't a loss.
Yep. So the Shuffle couple said gravity stands were a tough purchase to make, but ended up being an amazing investment. Kelvin said so overpriced for all they are. And then Shuffle couple also like the gravity stands for satellite speakers. Don't have to worry about tripping grandma.
Yeah.
Yep, in the back. Will went on to say, I'm trying to go lighter, not heavier. Younger DJs go for it. Me, I'll
Will's on a diet?
Me, I'll stick to light stands. Rockville auto sub poles arrived broke and defective.
I'll tell you, I bought so much stuff off Rockville. That was the first time I ever had anything go wrong. Any of the products I ever bought. I bought the wedge lights. Oh my God, I have an assortment of battery powered lights from them.
Well, you got the
It's
mini Halo, because
unbelievable.
that's the investment I made this year, and I
Yes.
like it because it's
Yeah, that's another one.
battery powered, and then it's wireless DMX.
Yes, you can't beat them. I mean, they have a quality product. No ifs, ands, buts about it. I mean, it's not A flabs, but it still performs for you.
Mm.
You know, I can't see investing that type of money into something I know that could get kicked by somebody, and or somebody could pick it up and drop it. That to me, it's nice to have those A flabs, but I don't want them broken.
Mm.
If they break a Rockville light, okay, I can replace that quick for $100, a little over $100. A flab, you're talking a couple $100 there. So it's like, boy, oh boy, you know.
Yep.
Where's
Rock has
Buddy
been
at? Is he
Timo
over?
like for me scary, so he must be getting the bad batch, because Rockville's been pretty good for me, and I like the fact aren't they out of New York?
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
almost like Sweetwater. I can get it within a few days as opposed to
Yeah.
weeks when I go with Rockville.
When I go with Rockville or ZZ Sounds, if I order today, I have them here tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the order is placed before, like, say, 4:30 in the afternoon. If I place it at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, they're on my front porch step the next day.
And then Buddy said, yes, they do. A clean look over a 3-leg stand. And then Kevin said he returned a wedge that was dead on arrival. Batting average for me with the rock is bad.
I'm sorry to hear that, Kev. I mean, I've never had no problem with the Rockville, the battery, the wedge lights. I mean, I know that those lights, you could actually, if the batteries go bad in them, you could replace the batteries. You just take the screws out in the bottom, and you could order the battery right from Rockville. And I think they also have a third-party one that you could put in there. And boom, you're up and running. I think it's only like between $20 and $40 for that battery. And you can't beat them. I have mine now for, matter of fact, I bought mine probably about a year to 2 years before Mike James passed away, and he helped me with them. So God bless his soul.
I bought a lot of lights after watching his videos, because it's like I don't buy it until I see what he says about it.
Yeah, he was very informative, very, very informative. I mean, he was like Brian S. Red. In one sense, he loved life. He loved DJing. He loved his lights. I'll tell you that.
And then Kevin's giving out free T-shirts. He said they're a little snug. They'll probably fit either fine for me or super big like a pajama dress, because I'm so small.
Is it a double X? I take a double X.
So let's get into our first activity. So with this activity, these are some trends that happened in 2025. So when I spin the wheel, whatever trend pops up, I want you all to tell me, let me put this in the chat, will these trends take off in 2026? Will it plateau, meaning it's going to pretty much stay the same, nothing much movement is going to happen? Or do you think it's going to die out? Yeah. Well, I keep wanting to put this, I keep forgetting that the computer over here is not to my...
When you point to the computer over there, that's where my Mac is. So I look, you pointed that way, okay, I'm looking at the screen.
All right, so tell me, will this trend take off in 2026, or is it going to just level off, or will it die down? And here's the first one. Let's see. All right, the viral TikTok tracks. So is this something that's gonna die off, or you think it's gonna stay relevant or take off even more in 2026?
I think it's probably going to stay relevant, but it may even start to decline a little bit more because now with kids back in school the last several years, they're able to, they're talking, they're with each other now. So I think you're going to see that trend start to slow down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I think as long as TikTok is still TikToking, I'm still thinking that's going to be well, I should say more so for doing school dances. Doing school dances, that's still going to be the platform or choice if you want to know what's popular or the popular dances out. And then especially if you're a quick mixer, that's a good place to go look for them songs since you're only going to be playing a couple of seconds of the song anyway. Just long enough so they can get their phones out and do their little.
Yeah.
That's the next song.
It confuses me to see the kids play. They want to hear like 15 seconds of the song, then move on to the next one. It's like because they did their little TikTok maneuver and boom, that's it. They posted it.
Do you think podiums will fizzle out? I wonder if when he say podiums, if he's referring to like the bun gear, those type of tee.
Yeah, I know exactly. They look beautiful, but to transport them, what you want to do is you don't want to keep putting it together when you get to the venue. So you want it together before you leave your home or your studio. So you have to have a nice sized van or a nice sized trailer, put it in there, strap it down good. What happens when you get to the venue? You have 2 flights of steps to go up. I heard of some DJs that took 4 or 5 people to get them up those steps because like two DJs started off carrying them up the first flight, and then 2 more started the second flight because the other 2 guys were beat up. So I mean, they have their advantages and disadvantages. Maybe if you're in an area, say like where Joe Bunn is, basically it's just walk in, walk out. That works perfect for you.
But with him, I think the way that he sold it, it was supposed to be compact and light enough that could fit in a small car. So that's how he was selling it. And I felt sorry for those that have the big, huge TV kind of doohickey things.
Oh, yeah.
That's something different. But I'm thinking, I had thought about getting one of those like bun gear kind of things, but the price, I couldn't justify the price of getting just one of those. And then yeah, go ahead.
It's aesthetically, it looks beautiful. But again, my thing is, if you don't have the vehicle to transport it, I know his intentions were you could take it there, put it together, and it's only a couple seconds. But now you don't see no videos of that happening anymore. Everything's already put together, and he shows up at the venue, and it's put together already. So it's like, did he go away from that? Or was it taking too long when he got to the venue to put it together?
No, I think it may be because also you got to remember they have the trucks and stuff, so it might be easier for them to just have everything put together. Whereas because I'm thinking it's the top part that goes across it's almost like having a flight case. It's just basically taking that top part and then there's a little lock or latch that sits on the straight part, and you just put it on top. Because the whole premise is for you to be able to keep everything connected and just with a couple of clicks or whatever, have everything ready to go.
Yeah, you're ready. Just one plug and boom, you're up and running. That's great, but getting it into the venue, especially if you have steps, oh boy, you know.
And Kevin says he has a roadie to do it.
Yes, well, you get a multi-op like that, they have several roadies. And if they're booking not 1 gig a weekend, they're booking multiple gigs, so they have enough roadies to go around to get them in and out of places. I would love that just to show up just a DJ. Perfect. I mean, it would be perfect for you, perfect for Will, perfect for Buddy. I mean, we're all single ops here, and we're busting our hump to get all this stuff in there, and then busting our hump to get it back out. Especially if a venue gives you only 30 minutes or 45 minutes to get everything out. It's like, hey, here we go. Just throw stuff in the bag, you know?
Yep. And then Will says podiums make him look fat.
No,
So-
well, I think you said you're on a dial, Will.
So if it makes them look fat, then those guys must be little guys, because those bung gear kind of things, there's some DJs, I'm not going to call any names, they look like little kids at the counter at McDonald's or something, because they so short behind something that doesn't even look big to begin with.
I think Joe's about 5'8", 5'9", if I'm correct, because I know he mentioned his height in a couple of his videos. So, I mean, for that, it's his perfect height. You get somebody like me, 6'3". I think they make them bigger, but still, I don't know. Give me my table. I'm fine with that.
And then the shuffle couple said the crowd doesn't need to see that much leg.
Yes, exactly.
And then Kevin says he just shows up like I have Dwayne for me. So I'm like, is this Sanjay, his photographer? So I'm guessing I'm like that for Kevin.
Oh my God. Oh, what's his name? It's right at the tip of my tongue too, because I just watched one of his videos.
I know it begins with a sound.
S. Yeah.
Sanjay or something like that.
Oh, I don't want to start at my phone, because then I'll start going through videos. And another thing, like the shuffle couple said about the leg, say if you got the pee-pee dance going on. Oh boy. All right, I want to hit Meatloaf. It's an 8-minute dance, so I can run to the bathroom and get back, you know?
Mm-hmm.
This way, you're back behind your table, you have your facade in front. Nobody can see that you're dancing around back there, you know?
And in a way, also having that kind of thing, and also, to me, it seemed like you're naked out there, because you're just wide open. If you're used to having a big facade, it's like, and then you got to be super clean too.
Oh, yeah. If you notice, everybody that uses them, behind them, they have a facade, right? And then behind that facade is a table. And on that table is their microphones, their surge protectors, their this, their that. It's like, it's okay, you're bringing that here. It looks great. But then you have all that mess behind the facade that you still have to clean up at the end of the night. You know, so it's like,
yeah, Shantae.
Shantae, yes.
All right, let's get to the next one. So yeah, fire TikToks, as long as it's still popular with the youth, yeah, that still would be your go-to to find out all the latest songs. Because I don't know how many times I've gone to a school dance. I think I have every song there is, and they always come with a whole list of songs I never even heard of.
Yeah, okay, I got this one. And the funny thing is, when the teachers collect a list, they they'll tell the students, write 1 or 2 songs down, and then they give you that list. You say, okay, you look at that list, you make sure you have everything, make sure it's radio edit. They get to the school and the kids start bang, 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 and I can't get them, because most schools have a nice mesh network that you cannot get no internet connection through. So it's like,
And that makes me think of when we start getting to the gear and stuff, because something new just dropped today. I'm surprised that Cool Thing didn't do a video on it. Cause
he's sick.
Huh? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All right. throwbacks, live mashup, remixes, and transitions. This is almost like a two-parter to me.
Okay.
Because like, let's just deal with throwbacks. Because I'm finding that a lot of my events, they want more of the throwbacks, either from the 90s or just throwback spirit. It's not too many songs from recent that they really want.
Yes. You know, so over this past year, there really wasn't no pop songs that were in the top, say, top 40, that were really bangers for us DJs. I mean, they had a number 1, they had number 10, they had all that stuff there, but it wasn't something a DJ could use. And people, and I'm not just saying, okay, if you're from the 70s, they're my age, maybe a little bit older than me. But I have younger people that are into the 70s. They're into Rick Isley. They're into the Beach Boys. I'm like, what's going on here? You guys shouldn't be into this stuff. They're like, there's nothing new that's out on the radio, which is the truth, you know. One song I'll tell you, it gets the crowd going all the time. Call Me Maybe. That's boom. You put that on. Wow, it just sets the crowd up. I mean, it sets a nice tone for the rest of the evening.
Because that was one of those viral things from like a couple of years ago, like the Harlem Shake, Gangnam Style. Because that one, it was like, at that time, I thought people made videos where they were doing something and they'll like throw the camera or they'll throw something, and then the way they edited it looked like they was throwing it to the next person and they would do something to that song. So it's almost like when you hear that song, you want to imitate what you saw in the videos. Again, the TikTok videos.
Yes.
And he said both will continue. I feel now my era is more traditional on the music. That was Kevin. And then Will said, don't hear it on the radio, so it's a treat when we play them, I think. But when you really think about it, a lot of the songs that are being played, they sample the throwback songs anyway. Because it's not too many songs that come out that's original, sounds original.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of songs you hear, you be like, that sounds just like this song over here.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you know, it's the one pro that's doing that for us DJs is DJ Studio. I mean, have you ever used it?
Yep.
I mean, that is an amazing piece of software. You could take a song and just pull the lyrics out from one song, throw them on top of all of the drums and stuff like that. You could re-drum stuff. I mean, it's an amazing piece of software. You can make some beautiful mashups. It's unreal.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny how technology it was like a small blurb like a year or so ago. And then every time you look up, it's like it could be a month later, and the leaps and bounds that it progresses is amazing.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
They also hope you will play the bad word version too. Yep, that's Kevin.
Oh yeah. You can't. You do a school dance, and the principal told me I was doing the one semi-formal. He said, "Mike, I know it's radio edit." He said, "I'm standing by you just to make sure that was a radio edit song." He said, "But listen to them singing. They're singing the F-bomb and this and that." He said, "You can't control them. As long as it's radio edit, I have no problem with that at all. The thing is, if a student complained to the parent, and then next thing you know, the parent complains to the principal, then it goes to the school board, then they want me to bring my laptop in. They want to see my history from that night." Okay, there it is. That's radio edits from promo only. Okay. Well, it wasn't my music. It was what the kids were singing. So you got to protect yourself, definitely.
Yeah. But so far, all those schools I've done, if it gets out of control, I usually stop and then explain to them we're here to have clean fun, and I would like to play these songs. And then because I personally, especially with DJ Studio, and then it's Serato, I think it's Serato Studio or Serato Sample, Serato Studio, I believe. But anyway, with the fact that you can stem out the songs, it's easier to create clean edits. So I do take my time and make these clean edits. So I let them know that I took my time to play these songs that normally we couldn't play because it's not within the school, culture.
Yeah.
So if you insert the bad words back into the songs, then I can't play those songs anymore. And so they usually respond positively to it.
Well, that's like virtual DJ. It has you go in there, track cleaner. You could knock out the lyrics and just have the music in the background, or you could cut and edit it and just bring it together. So it just takes that whole section out. I just like to drop the vocals and just keep all the instruments and everything playing in the background. So this way it picks back up and you're back into the lyrics again. But my thing is, why do these artists have to put that language in the songs?
Because
you take that.
Because again, it sells. That's only because if it didn't sell, they wouldn't do it. Because it's all a money thing. It's just like lately, if you've been noticing on YouTube, they've been talking about rap fatigue and and they noticed that I'm thinking it's in the top 10 on Billboard. You don't see any rap songs anymore. Because everybody's getting tired of hearing the same old, and everybody's sounding the same. It's like it's nothing new or thought-provoking in these songs anymore.
It just, how can I say, it's the same beat with different lyrics. That's all.
It's not even different lyrics. They almost saying the same B, N, shooting, P, and it's all the same. It's basically all the same, and it they don't even do verses anymore. It's almost like chant. They chant, and it's almost like they're trying to create a viral moment for that TikTok dance, and then that's it. Because if you notice, a lot of those songs don't last. You're lucky if you get 2 minutes. A lot of them, because it went down from like 4 or 5 to now 3 and 30 minutes. 3 and 30 seconds. Now you lucky you get 2.
Yeah, it's TikTok is great. I mean, these kids, even DJs, they drop something on there that they created, and they get 1 million hits on it. They're making money. You know, they're dropping it onto you. Well, they can't drop it onto YouTube then because they'll get demonetized. But it's getting their stuff out there. You know, then it's going to SoundCloud or wherever they're putting it on, and they're making more money off of it. All the power to them. They deserve it. They earned it. They worked hard at it. That's great for them. But it makes it harder on us DJs when these kids come up and I'm going to hear this, I hear this, I hear. And they want to hear 6 songs within a minute. What? You know, like, really?
And so let's see. Let's get to the chat. There was a lot of comments. Kevin has said chic tunes equal cheeky or cheeky. Because I didn't realize a lot of songs that sound like Daft Punk and all of them that remind me of like Freak Out from Chic. It was because Nile Rodgers pretty much played the guitar parts to all of them. So they all had that same disco-y, that same guitar kind of lick.
Yeah.
Just like Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jams have a certain kind of like sound, that Minneapolis sound.
Yes. Exactly. I mean, and it's not just what rap. It's over to, I'm going to say 80s hair band. They all had that distinctive sound. There was only a few bands that were just a little bit different, like Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, but they all basically had that drum, you know, and then you had wild guitar solo.
Hmm.
And you know, it's just people pick on rap. It's not just rap. It's all music. Gets to be very repetitious.
Yep. And then Will said, no schools for me. As an old DJ, I could say no.
Yeah.
And then Kevin says they do it for shock value. And then the Shuffle Couple said there's a lot of fake DJs on shows playing pre-recorded mashups these days.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's going to be one of the points that we're going to bring up, and eventually we'll hopefully get to that part of the show. We might have to. I didn't think we had to break it down in a two-parter.
Yeah, I know. It's such a we're covering such a wide area of DJing. It's unreal. If you don't realize it until you sit down and start talking about it, it's a big open area there.
Yep. And Will said it's hard to dance to rap. It's hard to today's rap is very depressing, and it's more like a mood kind of thing. It's listening music. It's not dancing music. That's why I have to tell the kids at my school when they would bring up songs, song suggestions for the dance. I was like, a lot of these songs, they're good to listen to, but as far as dancing, they don't have a bop to it. Like 90s, back in the 90s, those kind of songs there was danceability to them, but then again, they used a lot of samples.
Yeah, yep.
And then
the one artist is Drake. I mean, he's great, great artist, great rapper, but it's just he's not singing, he's talking, and the kids are out there. They're in this one big huddle and just bobbing up and down. And I do the dance. I told the one teacher, I said, you know, next time we do a Halloween dance, we'll buy orange, like a fluorescent orange hat, and a fluorescent green hat, because then they look like bobbers in the water. You know, that's what it looked like. You know, just this whole wave of kids in a circle, 300 kids, and they're just up and down, up and down. And I can see if they're going in sequence like a wave at the baseball game. No, they were just doing their own thing. You know.
And then in 2008, 2010s, around in that time when Soulja Boy and them and all that Atlanta Snap kind of songs came out. Now that was the best time to DJ, because every song had a dance to it, and it wasn't a 10 or 15-second dance.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Go back to, like you said, the 90s, the 80s. That music, you could have played the song from the beginning to the end, and you had that beat right through the whole song. You could dance to it. Today, it's just, you have that long intro, then you have, boom, and then it's over. I mean, the song's still progressing, but it's just very repetitious. That's all it is.
But from the 80s, though, I'm wondering, did MTV have something to do with that? Because if you're trying to get your video played, a lot of them were telling a story. So they had a visual and, a 3-4 minute long visual that told a story to their song. So I wonder if that has something to do with it.
The one artist that was good for that was Meatloaf. He was like, everything was theatrical. Even though it wasn't a theatrical song, but he played it out as a theatrical song,
Right.
All his acting and stuff.
Michael Jackson was good at doing those.
Oh, yes. Michael Jackson, Prince. Oh, my God.
So let's see what we have next. All right, now I've been seeing a lot of this. LED walls and dance floors, portable dance floors. So it's nothing I really looked into it because I already knew that was out of my price range.
You and me both. I mean, I know of one DJ, he bought a lighted dance floor. I mean, it is amazing. But he paid close to 20 grand for it, and it's not that big of a dance floor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! And you have to be it. They're unbelievable. I mean, it had like LED lights in it. It looked like it just kept on going down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, don't get me wrong, they're beautiful, but you're investing that kind of money. You know, you have to have the right insurance to cover that in case one breaks. Say, you want to keep a couple in the back room in case one or two break, but that's just money sitting there being wasted. It's just, I don't know. But some DJs, that's what they want, and
Mm-hmm.
they could sell it. It's true,
Yep. Because I really don't hear too much about it except for Cleveland Terry would mention it on his Thursdays podcast. And then who else? There was somebody else that had it's a lot of the California DJs. I
Yeah.
hear it more so from out there doing the dance floors and the big walls.
Well, that's like even gobos. I mean, going back 15 years ago,
Mm.
basically every wedding they had a gobo, Mr. and Mrs. or the couple or whatever. And you invest this money in buying a gobo. Now you could use a projector, which you get a better picture, or you set any type of font to it, but you have to buy the right projector too. So that's a chunk of change too.
Mm-hmm.
I know Buddy has a beautiful one, and it's beautiful, but it seems like that just has died right off.
Yeah. Let's do a couple more then. So DJ packages that also include photo booth packaging as well. Do you think that's a trend that's going to keep going in 2026, or you think it's going to level off and just stay consistent or die out?
I think it's going to stay consistent
Hmm.
because you have couples that want selfie booths. We have couples that want the traditional photo booth. Now you're seeing couples that are buying a backdrop, and they're saying, "Well, everybody has their phone. Why should I invest in hiring somebody to do a selfie booth? Or okay, the DJ doesn't have it. Now I have to hire somebody. So why should I hire somebody? I can just get a backdrop. People can take their own pictures there." So I mean, I think it's going to stay where it's at. It may pick up. The selfie booths may pick up a little bit more. The traditional photo booths, you don't see them that much more. It's more the selfie booth anymore as compared to the traditional photo.
So when you say
But-
traditional photo booth, is that something that's similar to what you might see at the mall? You remember? And for
Yeah.
those that don't know what a mall is, the mall is a place because it's after 10 o'clock, so Diego and all of them will be coming over, and we
Yeah,
be talking
yeah.
about, we be reminiscing about stuff back when we were little, and they be like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
But
Shoo.
yeah, but so when you saying photo booth, that's the one where you go inside an actual cubicle,
Yes.
and
Yes.
then because I looked at it, photo booth was the one in the same, whether it was the little light on the stand with the iPad or if you went inside the booth. So I didn't notice the difference.
Well, like the one co-op multi-op around here, the one gentleman that used to work for him, they have this big mirror, and I thought it was a selfie booth, but no, it was a photo booth. There was no enclosure you had to go in or anything, and it printed out. They had this special printer because you can't use just an inkjet printer. You need a regular traditional photo booth printer, and they're expensive. Doesn't come in ink. It comes in rolls of color, like a CMYK. It'll come in a roll, and it's heated and it prints it out onto the paper. I mean, it's great, but it seems like that tradition's going away because the paper's expensive, the film, or not film, but the coloring canisters, they're expensive. You know, my one buddy who does it, Yogi, he's very inexpensive, but the thing is, he has an extra printer or whatever, and he always has extra those ink rolls or whatever they use in them. Today, everything's digital. You don't have to worry about none of that stuff. If you have a selfie booth, the person who owns it, or if it's the DJ, they throw everything on the flash drive for you. Boom, you got all the pictures. Or they put up, you put your phone number in, and they'll text you the picture and stuff. So, I mean, there's a lot of technology. It's not ruining, but it's becoming so far advanced. It's unbelievable.
Yep. And then see, there was some stuff the Shuffle couple said photo booths are on the way out. And then Kevin says, offer it, but never get anyone wanting the booth. And then, of course, Shuffle couple was saying, a mall? What is a mall?
It's a nice big building with a bunch of stores in it. If it's raining out or if it's cold out, you don't mind because you're not getting wet, you're not being cold. And if it's super hot out in the summer, they have it all air conditioned.
Yeah, that was our hangout place on the weekends.
Oh,
Everybody
Friday,
from all
Saturday
the schools
night.
around the mall would come and hang out there. Cops will always have to come up there and chase us out.
Yep. Everybody meet up at the food court and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing is, you could have went with $10 in your pocket, still came home with change, and went up the next day, and still, the third day it was already you're stretching it. You can instead of getting a pizza and a soda, you're only getting just a pizza.
Mm-hmm.
All right, okay, I'm gonna stay here for a while. I'm just gonna get a soda so I can just nurse that drink all the way through because I'm here for a couple hours.
Yeah, but see, that's the one thing I think this generation is missing out. Because going to the mall, I think it was Tuesdays. Going to the mall on Tuesdays, going to the record store, actually picking up the vinyl, sniffing it. It has that certain smell.
Oh God,
Reading the liner notes.
yes. Or getting the booklet out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I popped the Beatles' Red album, Blue album, and White album. And I got them on sale. I think they were $9.98 a piece.
Mm.
Now, I forget what the price was on it. It was like $80 for the Blue album, $80 for the White album, $80 for the other. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I paid $10 for them. Now they're $80.
Mm-hmm.
Some are in the hundreds of dollars. I think, oh my God, I wanted to buy Kiss Alive too on vinyl. That was like a little over $100, if I'm not mistaken. I'm like, no, I'm not spending that kind of money on the albums,
Because I went into because they have it at Target. They have a bunch of albums out, and then I looked at the price. I'm like, these records and these are like throwback old ones, going back to Madonna or Michael Jackson, Prince, Sting.
Yeah.
And then some of the new people like what's how you say her name? Chaperone, and those kind of and Taylor Swift. Those things are $30. Yeah. I'm like, back in our days, there was less than $10.
Oh yeah, you get an album for a lot of times you would get them on sale 2 for $10.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're usually either $6.99 or $7.99, especially if it was a new release. And then after a month, they would drop them down 2 for $10 because they ordered so many in. So now they made their money, but now they just want to get rid of that stock and just keep so many there.
Yep. But see, these kids won't know anything about that.
No. There was one wedding I did. The couple picked out a certain song. It was by Ray Charles, and the song is "If I Could." Beautiful, beautiful song. So I went to our local record store. They said, "Oh yeah, we'll have it in for you." I said, "Okay, no problem." I ordered it. The week before the wedding, I'm calling up. I said, "Where's my record at?" I got a CD actually. I said, "I got to rip this onto my computer." Mike, I'm so sorry, we can't get it here in the United States. It's only released in Europe. I went to every DJ pool that's out there. Nobody had it. My next best resort, my last resort was YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It had it. I'm like, oh my God, thank God. I couldn't buy this thing if my life counted on it. I probably if I needed a heart transplant, I get the heart transplant quicker than I can get that CD, you know?
Yep. And then let's see. Kevin said, as far as photo booths, other area DJs get it booked for business and civic organizations mainly now. Even this Christmas, they are way down for Christmas parties. And photo booths were great for walking. Oh, great for walking in the mall.
Yep.
Yep.
Get 3 black and white pictures on a strip.
So what you all saying, the photo booths are going down. So, because remember, I was determined I was going in 2026 to get my beta booth. So you saying that's not a good investment?
No. The beta booth is good because that's more a selfie booth because you could put an iPad in that.
Okay.
And you could text that. They could put their phone number in there and it'll text their pictures right to them. You're not printing nothing out or anything like that. You're just using it as a selfie booth, and that's it. So
Okay.
they're still on the increase. They are.
So I'm still getting it all confused. I'm thinking photo
still
booth,
good.
the thing that you sit in,
Yes.
and selfie booth is. I'm still
Two
thinking it's
different.
all one and the same.
No.
Okay.
No, they're 2 different. You know. So that's one package you got to sneak in the house.
Okay. I just want to make sure I don't want to have buyer's remorse.
No, selfie booths. Just don't buy the 360. Because once you buy the 360, you do have to get a special insurance for that because that arm swings around, and if it catches somebody, especially at a wedding, people are intoxicated, and that arm catches somebody in the head, you could really injure them. So you have to get a special insurance for that. Just a regular selfie booth, you're gonna do perfect with it.
Yeah.
I mean, they start off with some DJs, they incorporate that right in their price. Some will say, okay, well that's an option. Since you're booking the wedding with me, I usually book that for $500 a night. I'll cut you a break. I'll do it for $350 for you because you're booking me for the rest of the ceremony, the reception, everything. So you're making $350 on it. But say you get a call, you got your booth, the beta booth, and somebody's having a Sweet 16 party, but you're booked that day to DJ, but you didn't book the selfie booth. So now these people want a selfie booth. Hey, you take the selfie booth there. They're basically everybody knows how to work. And they're very easy to work. You set it up, party's over at 6 o'clock. You tell the venue manager, hey, I have a party till 6 o'clock. I'll be back over here by 7:30. I'll pick up my equipment and away you go.
Yep. So yeah, I wasn't thinking about a 360 because I can't get it at a discount price with my CUEITUP discount code. I gotta use my discount code so I can get my $350 off my photo booth, my beta booth.
That is a nice beta booth. Believe that is beautiful. I was gonna get into them, but my age already, I'm like, I gotta think before, you know.
All right, so Buddy said you have tons of people, and then Kevin said he didn't want to influence me, so he kept quiet. And then Buddy said, yeah, the 360s takes up a lot of room. And then he should be getting his because Sean said it was out. So Buddy got his tracking information.
Number.
Yeah, so his beta booth should be coming in. Here,
Buddy, where's Pretty Boy at? I was asking Buddy where Pretty Boy is. He must have jumped over from their show over to our show now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it usually be around 10:20ish or 10:25. He'll pop in. Here, what to ask yourself, Dwayne? How many events? Go ahead.
I bet your buddy snuck out for a piece of pizza.
Oh,
He just got back. I gotta throw that pizza in.
so how many events did you do where they ask you about a booth, or they had one where you did the event? If really, then that's how much your use will be. But actually, there's a couple of people, because that's why I have to kind of like change the what I said in my video, because there have been people that have seen my video, especially the one where from my school, or the birthday party, or the graduation party, where they saw the 360 and they just assumed that I did it. So there's been a few times where I went and I got the business cards from those people and, forward their information.
I mean, out of all the events I did this year, I'm just going to say 60 events, right? About 57 of them asked me if I had a photo booth or a selfie booth. And I said, no, I'm sorry. I don't offer it. I don't have it. But here's this gentleman's name. He's another DJ, and he doesn't have one. He has like 6 of them. So there's always, I know he can come and set one up for them if they needed it, if they wanted it. Because sometimes they sit back and they say, well, geez, because some guys are outrageous with their price. The one guy I know was charging close to $900 for a 4-hour selfie booth. It's like, you're not printing nothing out. Why are you charging so much? But he claimed he was getting booked like basically every week, and I think I seen him around maybe about 4 times the one year, and that was it. And I haven't seen him ever since then.
Yeah, I know our church, I shouldn't say our church, because I don't go to the church anymore. My wife's church, but I'm still connected with them.
Yes.
And I still DJ a lot of their events. I know when they have things, we have like this gym space. They call it the Haven.
Okay.
And that's where they have a lot of their parties. I know quite often they have birthday parties or different dinner events, and they have someone bringing a photo booth.
Yeah.
So that'll be.
I mean, it's great to have, especially like you said, the selfie booth. They're great to have, because if you get a photo booth, you get the pictures, you put them on your refrigerator or whatever, and then a month later, not even a month later, you take them down, put them in the drawer. Selfie booth, it texts you that image. You have it on your phone. You could post it to Facebook. You could post it to Instagram. You could post it to wherever you want. You could email it to people. It's so much. It's easier, and you're never gonna lose it. It's always there. You have an iPhone, it goes up to your cloud and stuff like that. As compared to a photo, you're thrown in the drawer and that's it. And then 2 years later, oh my God, yeah, like this from this wedding,
Yep. And so Kevin was asking, with your event camera, would you sell that footage to them like a videographer, or set up one for you and one for the couple? I thought, just like with the 360, I thought, and I want to say Lumina, I can pull it up, but I thought the way Sean explained it was the software you use, you can set it up so when they do their things, it either go to the cloud, or somehow they can text their number and they can get that information. Yes. So you'll still have it saved to the cloud, but they can also get it and it can go directly to their phone, as opposed, or you can go the more expensive way and have a printer there. But he was saying if you have the printer there, then that's more so of a 2-man operation, where DJ and someone's got to be there to man the printer to make sure everything is working. Whereas if you do it where they can just get it digitally after taking a picture, then you can just set it up and you can just do your thing.
That's what you want. You want to set it up and it'll take care of itself. Yep. You don't have to be the babysitter.
But again, and I think, and I'll put this up on in our Facebook group page too. So I did a blog that broke everything down that Sean, let me see. Yep, it's this one. The blog, I basically made a blog and took all the information that Sean had gave and put it all in one nice little package that you can read. So yeah, check it. So Kevin, yeah, check that out because he also talked because that was one of the questions I asked Sean too. I was like, now you got the photo booth and everything. That's all fine and dandy, but you just getting a photo booth doesn't mean that you're going to get sales. So you got to, would you go about marketing it? So if it's not in there, definitely, and here's the two pictures, the two software that he had mentioned, Luma, Booth, and SnapPic. And they have virtual backgrounds.
Yeah.
But make sure you watch the video because he broke it down to you and he told you once you get it, how to market it and how to charge it and everything. So therefore you can get your return on investment.
Yeah.
So he did break it down pretty much. So it's just all a matter of marketing once you get it.
Got a new person in the chat, Mr. Maui, 38.
Yep, that's DJ Shay.
Oh, okay. Hey, Shay, what's happening, buddy?
All right, let's see. Now, here's another thing, because I watch a lot of Joe Buns and hackathons and DJ Vault's kind of streams. And when they DJ, they have like a sax player. Yeah, I think they had a guitar player one time. They're into DJing, and then you have a musician that will play along with the song.
Yeah.
So
there is a female DJ. I don't want to butcher her name, DJ Christabel. She's from New York City. She's a friend of mine on Facebook. You go there. I mean, it's her and her husband. Well, she's the DJ. Her husband does all the setup for her, everything. And he's an amazing guy doing all that stuff for her. But there's 3 women that go with her also. One plays the violin, one plays the saxophone, and one plays another instrument. It's unbelievable how great all 4 of them work together. They should be DJing a sign. Then next thing you know, they're going in. She's killing like the instruments and keeping the vocals through stems, and then they're playing their instruments. The sounds are amazing. I mean, if you go onto my Facebook, you can check her out on there. She's on Instagram. Great DJ. Actually, she was a New York Jets cheerleader also too.
Okay. Yep. And Kevin said, never hear it's a big city thing. Yeah. Because you have to, in order to do that as a musician, you gotta kind of like know your stuff.
Yeah, you do.
And yeah, so I don't see that happening. That really never took off with the gigs I see. Now, as far as some of the DJ companies, I think like here is Cleveland. There's a big DJ company that have like musicians. They have bands. They have DJs. They have different kinds of people that they send out. I can see them doing it. I forget the name of it. Cleveland Entertainment or something. I forget the name of them.
I did a couple of gigs I did. I worked right along with the band, and it was fun. You know, I got a break, they got a break, and it was an experience for me. And it was an experience for them.
Mm-hmm.
It was so funny because they're a band, and my mixer was better than their mixer. I'm like, how the heck are you guys playing all these years? You know?
Yeah, I'm like Kevin. The closest I got to that was I play a little bit, and then the band or the ensemble will play their part, play their set a little bit, and now I try to get a set list of what songs they're gonna play, or I try to keep note of what they played, and then try to accompany them. So when we go back and forth, it's not like a big jolt where you hear one kind of music or one sound, and you come into the DJ and it's a different sound. I try to accompany them so that we keep the same kind of flow going. And so those that just came in, we're spinning the wheel. We got a few more topics. These are all trends from 2025. We're trying to see, are these trends going to continue to take off in 2026, or they're going to level off, or are they going to fade out? I think we kind of like already spoke on the micro DJ setups. I know for me, I'm trying to go lighter.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Lighter and without a bunch of cables.
Yeah. I love the column arrays, but at this point in my life, as a DJ, to switch over from what I have, which I have too much money invested in that part, to sell that and start all over with column arrays, it's not feasible for me. I'm going to stick with what I have. If it lasts me another 10 years, I'll be 70 years old then. That's fine.
Yep.
If they start breaking, if everything breaks, yeah, maybe I'll get a smaller set of column arrays, but that'd be it. Yeah, and there's so many of them out there. You can't keep up with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're just like, I shake my head every time I wake up the next day on YouTube. Somebody released something else new. It's like, what the heck?
Oh yeah, I see Paul. It's been a long time since Paul been on the round table.
Yeah.
Hey Paul. Welcome to our show. So if you haven't seen it in the comment section, I put down, we're looking at trends from 2025. And as we spin the wheel, when a trend pop up, we want to hear whether you think that trend is going to continue to take off in 2006, level off, or eventually fade out. Yep. So, but I wish I had gotten to lighting now as opposed to buying a whole bunch of lights when I first started, like 2017, 2018, because I got a whole bunch of uplights and stuff, but then you got to plug them into the wall as opposed to getting battery operated stuff.
Well, that's even like, I got into DJing and people love the laser lights. They wanted the laser lights and this and that. Okay, so I bought laser lights. Then I bought a gig bar. Then Chavez came out with the mini Kint. I think I have 12 of them. I mean, those lights are amazing. But today I look at them, I'm like, man, doing a wedding with them today, it's going to look so raunchy because you're getting all these circles on them and then, you know, the squares.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say to your pictures. I was like, because I look at that, I have a couple of pictures like that. But one picture was not me. And I look at it and you see, it's a nice picture, but then you see all these miscellaneous dots all over the place. Yep. I'm like, ugh.
Yep. And then even with the uplighting, if you're not doing it yourself and another multi-op comes in and does the uplighting for them, hopefully that the person that's doing the uplighting has somebody staying there with it, because sometimes the bride and groom walk in and they're like, this isn't exactly the color we want it. We want a different little shade different than this. I did one wedding. The poor photographer, she had to work so hard. She actually, while the couple were doing their first dance, had them stop, take a picture, then take another picture, overexpose them so she could get the white gown, because everything was a pinkish orange color. It was salmon that she picked out, but the place made it, and it just killed it. I mean, everything looked pinkish orange. Everybody looked pinkish orange. I was like, this ain't right, you know?
Mm-hmm. And Will says that photographers hate dots.
Oh, God, yeah. God, yeah. Will, I got to give you a call tomorrow.
And then Paul said he'll be back on the round table in 2026.
Man, he knows that. I'm up here in northeastern PA. I never get an invite.
Oh, Well, there's Buddy.
Buddy! I want the Bushel pizza.
All right, another podcast show. So is that something that's going to continue to rise or eventually level off, or do you think it's going to just fade out?
I think it's going to rise, definitely.
Yeah, because it's like everybody and their mama got a podcast now.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has a podcast, but if you do it the right way, like you and I are doing it, we're involving what I'm saying, what you're saying, then we're also involving everybody that's in the chat too. So, which is great. You get some people that do a podcast and it's just what they're saying. They're talking to each other and people are, giving their opinion in the chat. Oh, hey, how you doing there, TBM? Hey, how you doing there, Will? Hey, hi. And just hello.
Mm.
They're not taking into what they're posting. Read what they're posting. Some other DJ might be able to, hey, that's a good idea for me, Sure, I know everybody can see the chat, but still give that person some recognition, not just saying hello to them, and one of the biggest selling things on YouTube to get your channel going crazy is start posting product demos, unboxings. I don't care if you're unboxing a pen for a tablet. People love to see that stuff. It's just boom, so that's what you do. But podcasting, I think, will continue to grow if it's done the right way.
Yeah,
that's the thing,
Yeah, but I'm seeing too many people coming up with podcasts that shouldn't have podcasts because they get on a podcast and they forget what you say on the stream is different than a conversation you have in private. Because so many of like these celebrities or these sports figures, we get up there and then they start talking about stuff that they really don't have the knowledge on, like either politics or certain issues, and they put themselves out there, and then they put their foot in their mouth. So so a lot of these podcasters, it's great that you have your podcast, but you gotta also remember what kind of podcast you have. So if you have something that's supposed to be informative, make sure you do your homework and put informative kind of information out there that's factual, that you actually did the research on and know what you're talking about. Because I'm not going to mention any names, and we know this person. I'm like, dude, he gets up there and he just say some stuff on his thing. I'm like, dude. I'm like, you got to do your homework. And then don't just read something that you like on Wikipedia or something, because those that know that you don't know what you're talking about. So
exactly. The one thing is, like, we have a podcast. I mean, it's just you and I here. Then we have special guests come onto the show, and I know in the past there'd be ones that it was like the Brady Bunch. You had 3 DJs on this side, 3 DJs on this side, and then the person that actually it was their show, they would be in the middle and would start asking questions, this and that, and never gave the guest, or not the guest, the panel, to really explain the question that was asked to them. So those shows didn't last that long. Aaron Strawn, I don't know if you've seen his shows.
Yeah, because today he had talked about, was it Serato or was it the other day?
Virtual DJ 2026.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he has, it's called the SHI show. Excellent show. It's on Wednesday afternoons. I mean, it's a weird time that he has it on. I think it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but he has the audience at that time. Then you got James Knight. He's a newcomer. He hit 1,000 subscribers already. I'm like, wow, that's great. I've been at it for, I don't know how many years already. I think I have 400 and something subscribers, but I'm not pumping videos every week. I'm not putting 3-4 videos out a week. I'm not doing a lot of unboxings, anything like that. I mean, to me, there's some stuff that you got to keep private. You start spilling your guts out to everybody out there on YouTube. Well, I bought this, I bought that, or this company sending me this company sending me that, and I don't even have to send it back. You know, guess what? They can look at, type up your name, look up your address, and they can start casing you out. Next thing you know, you come home, there's your equipment, it's gone. What do you do then? The police start going back looking, oh, well, you're saying everything you got on YouTube. Why are you doing that? So sometimes it's nice to say and it's nice to unbox certain things, but then you have to keep some stuff private. Definitely.
And then let's see. I know somebody said, oh, Paul. Paul said he loved how some celebs have PhD from Google University.
Yeah.
And
double PhD.
And then Kevin says DJs get up around noon, so the perfect for strong.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
how I've been lately. Going till 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, waking up. But then it's like my sleeping is so far out of whack because I get tired around now, but then I'm wide awake like 2, 3, 4 o'clock. It must be because I've been hanging out with Buddy and Kevin. They like to stay online and talk for that long.
I mean, I could go to bed like last night. I went to bed. It was 12:30, quarter to 1, and I was up at 3:14 a.m. and I've been up since 3:14 a.m. Boom, I'm awake. That's it, and I'm dragging my butt now. But my hardest thing is when I come home from a gig. I got the adrenaline boost going. That's it. I don't care what I do. I'm not falling asleep for a couple hours.
Let's see if we can finish our show in under 2 hours. All right, genre blending sets. You can look at this 2 ways. Genre blending, I just noticed lately there's a lot of genres are mixing together, or artists that's in one genre venturing over to another genre. You have Beyonce going over to country going to pop. You have a lot of, they call it YDM, I think that's what it is. Yeehaw, dance music. So it's like country music, like a blend or a mashup country music, but it has that club dance vibe to it as opposed to straight country.
Yeah. I mean, there's going back 20, 30, 40 years ago, country was country. That was it. They had their slow dances, they had their line dancing, and they had their fast dancing, but it was strictly country. There was no crossover. Same thing with going back, the 50s. It was rock, rock and roll music. You had slow songs, you had everything in there. You had, Sam Cooke, all those gentlemen, Chuck Berry. I mean, there was no R&B, nothing. It was just 50s rock. Even though it wasn't rock and roll, it was just considered 50s rock and roll, or it was slow dance or fast dance. That's all it was. But now you got hip hop, rap, R&B. Even R&B from the 80s till now is totally have changed. It's like, what? This is R&B? No, this is rap. No, it's R&B. It's classified as R&B. It's like, okay, it's like, I scratch my head like, can't they just keep it the same like it used to be? But no, they're going to work. They know that artist is going to make more money. They're going to push it out as an R&B album or an R&B song as compared to rap. Like we were saying, rap is dying off. That's how they're pushing that artist to the sales. That's it.
So Loretta said anything but country. And then he started laughing. And then Hank Williams, Dolly, Willie Nelson, Old School Country. That was from Paul. Will said country is evolving. And then he brought up a good point. Now, because there's a couple of AI songs, it's like the mashup is so, it's hard to tell whether it's official or not. So that's why you got a lot of genre mixing going on.
Well, we got Mickey Gilley. He was an excellent country artist. Oh my God, Boxcar Willie. I mean, there's. I mean, that you're going back to the 50s through the mid 70s, early 80s. So I mean, that it was just country. That was it. There was no crossover. You know.
Yeah, those are the artists that you will only see on what's that, Hee Haw? Is that was that the TV? Oh, but then we can't go too deep into Hee Haw because that's way before we're telling our age again.
Yep.
Because we got the young ones on the show now.
I think when the crossovers was Dolly Parton, when she did 5.
Yep.
You know, that was a crossover. I think she was like one of the first that crossed over like that.
And then it's funny how they took a Dolly Parton song and then Whitney Houston remade it and made it into something totally different.
Oh my God, she took it from here to up out of the atmosphere, you know.
That's our last two. So we're going to the content-driven DJs. So I'm thinking that's still gonna take off. I don't see that's dying because that's the way of the world now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You got to have that social media footprint.
Yeah, I mean, when a couple hires a DJ, he could do stuff with, like, say, DJ studio and stuff like that, but he's there, he's shaking hands, talking to people, everything like that. You know, everybody's worried about AI DJ taking over. That's, no. Maybe in a bar. That's about it. Or a Sweet 16. Something like that, or like a party of 50 people. Maybe it's a 50th birthday party or a 25th birthday party. Something like that, yeah. But when it comes to something extravagant like a wedding, anniversary party, you want a person behind the booth that has feelings, that could play the right music at the right time.
And that's what, when I was doing the research and doing the blog post for the show, that's the one thing that kept coming up. People don't want all the extra bells and whistles. They want something simple and they want something personable.
Yep, exactly. I mean, I believe in quick mixing. There's time and place for it. Like with everything in life, there's a time and place for everything in life. And most of my couples say, please don't quick mix. But then they give me a list of songs that might be 75 songs. That's like, then they have requests coming in. So I'm like, okay, I only got through like 10 of their songs. The last 45 minutes, I'm quick mixing. I'm getting out, and it's just their music that they requested. So I try to bang out as much as I could of their music.
Yeah, I don't quick mix per se. And if I do something similar to quick mixing, it'll be when I'm doing like a kids party. But then those are, again, going back, listening to their songs and creating a special edit, like a short edit of the good parts of the song. So basically, I'm not quick mixing the whole, like a full song. I only have 30 or a minute to play a song and go back to back. And I put those songs in my quick mix folder. So I know when I play those songs, I'm expecting the kids to go out there, do their TikTok dance, hit them with another TikTok dance, and that I get out. So that's the closest I come to quick mixing.
I got a quick question for you. Did you update to Serato 4.0?
No, but I'm going to do it this weekend. I'm think I'm going to take a look and see if it's if they fixed the problem, because I tried it when it was in beta, and it screwed up the way my screen looked. So I was like, it's not worth it. So I was going to try that one. DJ CB came out with a music library tool, the all-in-one kind of thing. I was going to try that one out too, since I don't have anything pressing after Saturday until the end of the month. So it'll give me some time to jump on and do that.
There was a video I was watching on YouTube yesterday, and this gentleman, this DJ, he's been at it for close to 30 years, and he did a great video on it. I mean, he said, I upgraded. He said, but what I'm going to do now, he had two laptops that he DJ'd with. He said, but the one, he said, I'm not upgrading at all. I don't think he upgraded that one. Or did he? But he didn't do anything fancy to it. But the other one, he just wiped out every crate he had, and he started fresh. And he said he hasn't had a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. I think not just for Serato, I think for the programs that are out there. You know, I think that's a great way of looking at it. Hey, Virtual DJ 2026 maybe coming out in the next couple of weeks or whatever. Wipe out everything and start fresh. You know,
That's what they say. That's what they say to do pretty much anyway. Like, I'm a music hoarder, and that's the one thing I need to do in 2026 is clean out my library. And they stress this a lot. Aaron from Crate Hackers talk about clean out your library, songs that you don't use or play. Why keep it there? Because the only thing it's doing is bogging down your CPU and then taking up space. So that's why I'm hoping this program that DJ CB has created, because it's like a all-in-one kind of thing. Hopefully they'll be able to do something. And I wish I was using Rekordbox, because I think his name is Chris M. It's called Library Dojo. It seems like that's a good program, but you have to have Rekordbox to use it. Let's
Buddy,
see.
he says, no, it's a quick mixing. Now, do you keep your music on and then right on your computer, or do you have an external hard drive?
It's on my computer because I didn't want to plug in one extra doohickey.
Okay, see, I don't keep no music on my hard drive in my computer at all. Everything is on 4 external hard drives, but I have a backup of each hard drive, and then I have one main backup of all 4 hard drives on one system. So it's a server that I have it backed up on. But the thing is, I think when 2026 comes out, Virtual DJ, I think I'm just gonna wipe everything. I'm even gonna wipe my hard drives, like not take the music out of there, just delete certain folders and make them a different folder. Hey, maybe go by year, go by this, go by that, and then just put whatever in there. Now, one thing I'm going to keep is like promo only. They'll still be promo only. That's it, you know.
And since we keep bringing up, since we're talking about AI tools, that's the last one. Virtual DJ has the thing now. It seemed like they have like a chat GPT kind of feature in it now, where you can type in, let's say, I want 90s boy bands. You could type that in the search engine and they'll look up everything.
Yep.
But the thing is, it seems like it's good, but at the same time, with AI, you have to be connected to the internet. So it's almost like it's not, I wouldn't, rely on it being, especially if you're streaming, because now you're trying to stream the song. Now you're trying to do that extra work on your, the internet broadband stuff.
Overloading your Mac or PC. I know one thing with Serato that gentleman was saying, I don't know which streaming platforms are on Serato, but I'll just say Deezer and say promo only. Well, okay, if before the update, you're able to open up both of them. Now, since the update, if you're using Prom only, you have to stick with that, I guess, for the whole night until you shut down. Then once you shut down, next time you could open it up, you could go to Deezer. You know, so it's, I guess that's a thing they have to fix.
Yeah, Serato only allows one streaming service. You can't
Yeah.
do two.
See, I
But see,
know.
it's a trade-off. Because if you could do two, the version that you're allowed to do two with, you couldn't create a Serato folder and drag that that stream file into that folder. Whereas now with the 4.0, you can put it within your regular crate, so all the songs are together. So you don't have to go to a specific streaming only and then your regular songs kind of stuff. All right, and then Kevin says only option is have a second laptop and ask it on that one. Yep, but I'll avoid being online when DJing. And say no to Mayo. Oh yeah, and Buddy said he was on a call. That's why he wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Split your
Buddy,
hard
I'm sorry I missed
drive
the
and
roundtable
do a
the other
first
night.
install on the empty side. Yep, can they also make it run quicker too? And Will suggested Eminem Without Me, 1950s Motown Soul AI cover. So he's suggesting that song.
Will sent me a bunch of mashups there, and they are amazing.
So let's go into our second. Let's end this, yeah, because it's almost done. We should end this real quick. Because I kind of like asked the question to Facebook. And let's see.
I answered it too.
Okay. Yeah, I saw. There it goes. So the question was, DJs, what's one trend that's not going anywhere in 2026? Drop your predictions. Let's see which one do they say is going to most likely still take off. The micro setups, because as soon as I put that on there, I automatically thought about Brian, because Brian is big about talking small setups.
Oh yeah.
And then what's the next one? The next biggest one, content-driven DJs. AI tools, a big one. I thought AI tools would be more on there.
I thought so too. Definitely.
But then here's the question, the main questions. Now, AI tools, do you think it's making us better as a whole, or do you think it's making us more lazier or busy, chasing other trends?
I'm going to say it's making us a better DJ because now we're sitting back. I mean, we're supposed to look at the music when we're DJing, make sure we're beat match and everything like that. But when you're doing a wedding or whatever type of event you're doing, but I'll just say specifically a wedding, the bride comes up, the bride wants to hear a song. I don't care if you're at 70 BPM and she wants to hear something at 124 BPM. Guess what? You're playing that song for her. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. So using a program like DJ Studio, it's teaching you their way of making a mashup, making a playlist, where you should mix in, where you should mix out. I seen one content creator, DJ, and he showed everything he did and made his whole playlist for that wedding. But no, we're not going to use this during the wedding. This is just a quick reference for me. I'm going to write everything down and where to mix in, mix out at. Watch this video of the wedding, and guess what? His hands weren't on the knobs. His hands weren't on the crossfader. His hands weren't on up and down sliders. They just stayed right there. And he went up. He pretended to touch the knob, but they weren't even close to the knobs. I'm like, okay, that's DJ Studio. You made your playlist for the whole night. You made your mixes. That's better than auto mix on virtual DJ. You know.
And that's going back to what the shuffle couple has said
Yep.
about DJs faking it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then hopefully you'll be released from Facebook jail soon, Paul. And then
Definitely
Kevin
hope.
said AI can make all things end up being the same, and that's one of the points that was brought up when I was doing the research and doing my blog. It was saying that how AI, everybody's relying on it so heavily that everything is starting to sound the same. It's not anything authentic anymore.
Yes. Yes. I see Will's going to bed. Good night, Will. I know he works different hours and it's a long day. I know that.
Yeah, I know what, and I also know what it's like being in social media jail, because when I was doing my beats, they got my channel for using bots. So, and so I was like, doing all that, it wasn't worth it, because back then it's like you had to, your video had to get so many plays and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So you can get these little perks because you have these little contests. So I got hammered, and I was like, it wasn't worth it at the end of the day after I had to do my 60, no, it was 90 days. I had to do 90 days before I could upload, and they freezed my play count, and then I lost my monetization for a second. So it took forever for that to come back. So it's like it wasn't worth it. At the time I thought it was worth it, but it wasn't.
Oh yeah. I mean, the only thing I didn't get in trouble for, but the one school I always did their junior high dance, and I asked the teacher, "Do you mind if I take pictures of the kids dancing?" He said, "Well, do you have that in your contract?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "All right, I'm gonna make a copy of that. And I'll send it home with each student that's gonna come to the dance." So everything was approved of. Yep, great. So I took pictures. I created an album on Facebook for them, and the parents went nuts over it. I mean, they were liking it, this, that, sharing stuff, which was great. And at that time, Facebook really wasn't that bad on the music part of it. Now they got really strict. But that album that I created, that night after I got home, I got an email from Facebook that there's nudity in the album. I'm like, nudity? Where the heck is that at? I went through every picture on the album. Nothing. I went through every picture on my phone. Nothing. I'm like, where the heck is this nudity at? So, I responded to their questionnaire or whatever they sent me. I said, there's no nudity. I cannot find any nudity. I said, I have every picture on my telephone, and that's not all the pictures that are up here. I said, I have more on my phone, but I don't see no nudity. Well, here they did find the nudity. This young lady took her shoes off to dance, and the one mother that gave me a problem about because the teacher raised the price of the dance by $2, she's the one who reported it and said there was nudity in the video. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. But a lot of these kids that were in that school, they had a professional photographer coming in taking pictures of the students for the semi picture. A lot of them didn't have the money for that. So their parents were relying on me to take pictures and post them to Facebook. And then you turn around and say, oh, there's nudity in that picture? You gotta be kidding. Unbelievable. Unreal.
But looking at this, so you see the three biggest things that's going to stay like trending in 2026. Anything that's related to microsystems, either can be the size or setup time. Anything that's going to be easy to set up, battery operated or wireless. Those are the things that's going to still be trending in 2026. Content is still going to be king. And then AI. If you're not using AI, I don't know how you can not use AI now. Because even if you don't think you're using AI, there's still some kind of AI in it.
Yeah. Yep. You may not be going on Chat GPT or anything like that, but you just type in search in Google and automatically it'll come up, do you want the AI version? or whatever, and I hit the AI version, boom, it opens up so many more doors for me. It's like, oh, all right, I'm going with this here, you know?
And if you're
Even-
using software now, when you analyze your track, it's going AI is putting it together and stuff. So
Even when you're going to make a post on Facebook, or somebody posts something, you go to respond to it, it comes up, do you want AI to type out your response for it? It's like, no, I'll type my own response out, you know?
and then on YouTube, it was like more people had said photo booths is going to still be king in 2026, and content-driven DJs, the reels, shorts, and live streams and podcasts. So let's go ahead and end it. So we are still, let me see where we at. We right at two hours. So let's go ahead. What is the chat saying? So Paul will be out in 2 weeks.
Cool.
Oh no, don't mention knobs around Buddy. And the other ones besides Chat GPT, are there other ones besides Chat GPT? There's other ones, but
Gemini,
I think that's
isn't
the
there?
king, huh?
Gemini or something like that. I have it on my phone.
Yeah, Gemini is the Google one.
Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of them now. They're popping up like, I don't know, like, oh jeepers, how to explain it? It's like seeds in a pumpkin, or not a pumpkin. Yeah, seeds in a pumpkin or seeds in a watermelon. They're just boom, 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 boom. I mean, everybody's creating something, and it's just so it's so reliable. It's unbelievable. I mean, it makes me think, why didn't I think of answering it that way? Why didn't I think of doing it this way? Even if you're typing up an email, boom, it'll say, hey, we'll type it up for you. Okay, you know, go ahead. Let me see what I want to read it before I send it. You know,
Right. Because again, we're saying use AI as a tool, not to be all, to end all, or be the creator, and that's it. Because AI would say some stuff like you would never believe.
Oh yeah. You're sometimes you're putting your life on the line, you know. It's like, what am I doing here? You know, like, what did I answer this for? And it's like, oh boy. But it's fun. You know, I always want to read it before anything goes out. Email, post on Facebook or whatever, on YouTube, whatever. I want to read it before I hit submit.
All right, so let's go ahead and give our shout outs, which we don't have anybody new, but I would like to shout out Paul and welcome him back.
Yes.
It's been a long time
Paul.
since we saw him. And I'd like to shout out everybody that's been in the chat and been actively participating in our activity tonight. So we had Kevin, we have DJ Shay, we had basically the Start to Spin guys, and DJ Pretty Boy, and I feel like the lady on Barnaby, where she had at the end of the show, she has her little mirror. She says, "I see you, Bobby. I see you, Kelly." I think only one time she said my name out of 100 shows, and I'm sitting there every time sitting there saying,
Wait,
"Call me, call me."
Yeah.
And see, oh, Will was in the house. Buddy was in the house.
Kevin.
Yep.
Paul.
Want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Yep, we got the shuffle group.
Yep.
Yep. The only person we missing is the troll. I feel lonely.
I know. And we're missing what's that guy's name?
Oh, we have Cool Thing. We missing Cool Thing.
He's feeling under the weather. Say a prayer for him so he gets back on his feet and we can start seeing some videos from him.
Then again, if you haven't joined our Facebook group page, you can join our group page, our private or public group. There's the long URL code, or you can just type in Cue It Up DJ Podcast and join there. And that's where you'll find a lot of extras, resources that I try to post outside of our show. And then Mikey Mike does a good job of reposting a lot of helpful videos as well.
I like to share them. Probably share them about 10 times, different things on Facebook, and it reaches people. That's the thing.
And then also, what's YouTube got this thing now, where it's like hype video? What is that? It's like a hype.
I see that too. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to search YouTube about that.
And then you can follow Mikey Mike at djmikiemike on Twitter and Facebook, and then at djmikiemike 45 on Instagram. And then you can follow me at HitmanDDub on all of my socials. And then we have this thing called the DJ Collective Network, where there's one culture and many voices, and the views and opinions expressed during the DJ Collective Network prime time shows are those of the individual hosts and guests of that show. They do not necessarily reflect the views or official stance of different shows of the DJ Collective Network as a whole, its affiliates, or production partners. Viewers and listeners' discretion is advised. And so, welcome to our primetime DJ lineup, a weekly schedule of live stream shows built for DJs, by DJs. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, we got the knowledge, stories, and inspiration to help you level up. On Monday at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, for every DJ chasing dreams, no matter the odds, it's your time to spend with DJ Cool Thing. And then on Tuesdays at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch, join Buddy and his weekly guest panel of DJs for unfiltered conversations that matter. It's the DJ Roundtable with Buddy from TPM Productions. And if you missed the live Twitch stream, you can catch the rebroadcast every Monday at 1 o'clock on his YouTube channel at TPM Productions DJ1. And then we have DJ Night Owl, Sean, and he has the DJ Biz School. So it's not just about spinning tracks, it's about spinning success. Learn the business side of DJing, branding, marketing, SEO, and strategy. And when he's not doing his SEOs and web designs and DJing, he has another venture, and it's his photo booth company. And you can get a photo booth from photoboothdirectclub.com. So if you're looking to add some serious wow factor to your events, check out the beta booth from Photo Booth Direct Club. It's got upgraded lighting and wiring, a mirrored faceplate that guests love, and it even comes in a rolling luggage style case. And so setup is a breeze. The best part, with our code CUEITUP, you save $350. That means you get it first for just $1,645. So head on to photoboothdirectclub.com and grab yours now. So again, if you use our CUEITUP code, you get $350 off. And then on Thursdays, it's the CUEITUP DJ podcast with me, the HitmanDDub, and DJ Mikey Mike. And we go live every Thursday at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time at the HitmanDDub YouTube channel. And then also, we have our friends on Start to Spin with DJ Pretty Boy and DJ Shay. They also have their podcast at 9 o'clock on at La Raucous Inc. Channel. And then you can see Kevin live and in person on the KJ Chill Room karaoke chat with Matt and Eric. They go live every Monday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on djntv.com/KJChill. And then you can see the rebroadcast Sundays on the DJ Network TV YouTube channel. And then we have our friend at _DJ Reese _ for We Create the Vibes podcast. And he goes into detail about DJing at corporate events. So make sure to remember to like, share, and subscribe to all our channels. And then our fade out message for today is trends always change, but DJs should always evolve. So make sure while you're chasing trends, you're chasing the right trends. Don't just buy something just to buy something. Make sure you're actually going to benefit from it. And make sure you're always trying to level up and not dummy down and let the new trend or the new feature do everything for you. Because once that new feature somehow becomes, don't work anymore, then you got to leave it up to yourself to be able to pull things off.
Yeah, you could be at a wedding and something, and that does the hiccup. You're like, uh-oh, I'm stuck now. What do I do?
Yep.
So you got to keep your mind fresh. And one thing, never stop learning. If you want to stop learning, best thing to do is unplug that controller, plug the computer, and just move on to something else. Because with anything in life, you have to keep on learning. Once you think you topped the plateau, move on to something else.
Yep. Because it's just like with my Rev 1, when the pitch slider stopped working, it was a pain in the behind to have to. I could play the left track, but then send the song on the left track over to the right track, and DJ off of one track, almost basically using only one side, one deck. So knowing how to do that and knowing how to mix and blend still, how to work your equipment and your software, that's the most important thing. And make sure you don't lose yourself.
Yeah, you're working your magic.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. I almost walked out. Because Kevin asked us to do this for an upcoming show. So we're always looking for ways to think outside the box. So it's all right, y'all. Next week we'll be thinking outside the box again and doing something special. This one was actually requested in the chat last week by Kevin. And he wanted us to put together a holiday business playlist. So next week we'll be dropping some Grinching Through the Crates. Whereas this episode, it's almost like our Thanksgiving episode. We're going to be digging deep into our crates and trying to find those hidden gems that you can play for your corporate holiday parties or your ugly sweater parties or your Christmas parties. And now these are the ones that we'll be looking for the dance floor. And we're looking for things that's not common, like your Mariah Carey song or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, something with more flair. So again, this show is not just me and Mikey Mike talking to you all. Your homework is to also go out and look through your crates and find that remix or that song that is played, that you could play during Christmas, the holiday season, that's normally not played. So we all can come and create this playlist that's outside the box. So what is the chat saying?
That'd be a fun thing to do.
Cool, all right?
Definitely. Because with the holidays, people play certain music and that's it. They don't want to go outside that box, you know?
Mm-hmm. But then you become predictable. And then it's just like what the comment kept saying when it was referring to people using AI, and Kevin even said it. If we all keep doing the same thing and have the same setup, same look, what makes us different?
different.
And that's what a lot of I hear that quite often in my consultation. That people are asking, how am I different in one way or another? Because they see DJs playing the same songs and they try to get away from that. Well, I should say the younger group try to get away from it.
I attended a Christmas party and the DJ was, no, this was an adult Christmas party. The DJ was playing Kids Bop Christmas music.
Oh, adults?
And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. They played Kids Bop Christmas music right through the end of dinner. One sign that the person who was having the party did not want to hear was the Macarena. DJ played it once, he played it a second time, and he played it a third time, back to back to back. I said, why are you doing this? Don't you know? He said, well, the people are dancing. They love the song. I got so many requests. I said, I don't care if there's 60 people there, if 60 people come up to you and requested it all 60 times. I said, are you going to play it 60 times? No, you play it once and move on, you know? But that was his style. So, I mean, I almost died when I heard it. I'm like, Kids Bop Christmas music. I'm like, oh.
Because even the kids at my school would say, Mr. Dixon, we're not little babies. You can get away with doing one or two, but a whole bunch of them, they're like, no.
Yeah, no. I even told him, I said, this music's going over like a fart in church. You know? It's like, come on, you got to get up, Kids Bop. What am I supposed to play? I said, regular Christmas music. Like, well, what, Mike? I'm like, Bing Crosby, Dean Martin. I started, oh, I didn't know they wanted that type of music. I'm like, it's an adult party, you know, but.
Well, maybe you need to message that person and tell him to make sure he be here on the Cue It Up podcast so he know what to play next time.
I'm like, oh man, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Okay, we're going to head on out.
Yep.
And again, I would like to thank everyone who stuck around with us and participated in the chat. Hopefully you all be here next week. And remember to look for your those hidden gems, those hidden Christmas song gems.
Yep.
So with that said, I hope you all have a great weekend. Hope to see you all next week. Make sure you check out all our shows within the DJ Collective Network. Make sure you go out there and crush those gigs. And until next time, take care and stay blessed. And remember, before it's time to spin, you got to first cue it up.
And practice and enjoy.
I'ma rise like the sun while the world still sleeps. Scouring the sights looking for new leads. Marathon gigs with no in-between. Your worth is from a rear view they seen. They wanna party, but I'm battling fatigue. Chasing passion while my mental is still out on leave. It's an everyday hustle, so respect the DJ life. We make it look easy, but the pressure's tight. Cue up the pressure. Got a story to tell. Dreams in the booth where the DJs dwell. Clubbing is a struggle like it's all I've got. Set it up, break it down, travel to the next spot. Ambitions, the engine stay sharp like a tool. Revving through my gigs, power drinks is fuel. It's an everyday hustle, we'll respect the DJ life. We make it look easy, but the pressure's tight. Pressure. Cue up the pressure.